everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel Yerli Adatu, a channel that gives you contents dealing with English teaching, English learning, and English motivation. So what we're going to have today, today in my video, there will be someone special. He is a practitioner in property industry. So he will be talking about the importance, the role of writing skills, also speaking skill in his expertise, property industry. Okay, watch the video from the beginning until the end. For those who have not subscribed, don't forget to watch, like, comment, and subscribe. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So Benny has been the alumni of Business English Study Program, and he is now a professional. One thing for sure, he is special because right now he has a position, very good position, and I'm proud of your success, Benny. And I'm sure that there has been a lot of journeys before you reach this achievement. So Kak Benny is now as the executive president. Yeah, if I have to say in bahasa Indonesia, it's the same as direktur utama. Okay, so direktur utama PT Graha Utama Solusindo. Since our class today is writing class, and more specifically, it's related to facts and opinions, and also in regard with professional work, there are some important paramount soft skills that everybody needs to know from Kak Benny. Yeah, so I need you to listen very carefully. I need you, let's say, to mute yourself. Don't forget to mute yourself while listening, so that we don't have noise distortion, so that you can focus listening, and other people, other students will be able to listen very carefully to Kak Benny's sharing. So I'm happy, I'm honored, we are pleased to have you, Benny, among your juniors. And as you can see, I have to introduce, they are semester 2 students, Benny. Semester 2 students, yeah, and about 20, actually there are 28 students in the classroom, and 20 students, they are Triple Helix Scholarship recipient. Yeah, it's a scholarship from Pemkot Surabaya.
Okay.
So from Bu Risma, Sri Risma hari ini. So so it means that 20 students have been recruited by companies because at the very first place they were screened very competitively, and finally they can be the scholarship recipients, yeah, for Triple Helix from Pemkot. So that's at least the profile of semester 2 students, and they are also committed to be professional like you. And perhaps in the beginning of your sharing, you can introduce more details about you yourself and what you do, and finally you can focus on the importance of English writing skills, more specifically when we talk about facts and opinions, because we do believe that there are so many facts and opinions in the professional processes. Okay, so once again, thank you on behalf of Business English Study Program of Polytechnic Ubaya, Benny. So, and in the end of your sharing, perhaps some of the students would like to, discuss with you, ask something to you. Please, receive that as their curiosity upon professional world, Benny.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Benny. So you can start your sharing. Just relax. Yeah. I'm sure that everybody also ready. So you guys ready? Yeah. So give thumbs. Give your thumbs. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Yes, Benny.
Yeah.
Time is yours.
Okay. Hello everyone. Everyone's good.
I'm good, Kak.
I'm good.
I'm good. You too. I hope you too.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Okay, since I was the alumni of FPL as well, so actually, like Pak Yerli stated before, that I attended FPL in 2006 and graduated in 2009. So basically, I'm the alumni of FPL. About my profession, where do I start? Yeah. So basically, I was starting my job since 2009. Basically, when I was graduated, I started working as the property marketing in one of the developer in Surabaya actually. So I was starting as the in-house marketing until 2012, and then since 2012, I was working by myself with my company. So basically, what we were doing is like we're selling real estate. Yeah, just like maybe some of you have heard about the Xavier Max brand. So we run in the real estate agent, and what our business basically is just developer. I mean, the real estate developer in Surabaya and also in some in the Indonesia. They hire us to sell their project. So that's basically what we're doing our business. And then started in 2012 until today, we develop bigger and bigger. So right now we have like 34 offices branch in Surabaya for Xavier Max, and 3 in Jakarta, 1 in Bali, and then some in West Java, and maybe we would like to some in Sumatra, and we would like to expand in Central Java in within this year actually. Yeah, that's the background of Xavier Max business and my business actually. So I run in the real estate company. Yeah. Maybe what Pak Yerli would like me to sharing with you all about the English writing skill and how it affect in my professional world actually. Yeah, during my college time, so actually I learned some about the writing skills, and also of course about the speech, because during my college I have opportunity to do like English debate. So maybe Pak Yerli have heard, have remember about that.
Yeah.
Me and some my college friend, we were actively attend the English debate during my college. Maybe about 1 or 2 years. Actually the speaking ability of English speaking ability is very good. Give a big advantage for my professional, but as well as the English writing skill also, because in my profession I'm not just selling the local property, but somehow we manage to we manage to have like overseas property, some like the Australia property, and then the Singapore property. And when we communicate, we're not just about the talking, but also about the writing emails and then writing proposals, of course in English, because what we're doing is like we propose making some business plan about what we should do in selling real estate. Let's say Singapore real estate, one of the apartment, and then how we're going to penetrate the market in Surabaya, how we're going to penetrate the market in some area in Indonesia, and then we read the the market segmentation, and then we read the demography and everything. So that's why some of the English writing skill that we have during the college time is very useful for give big advantage as well for me especially. Yeah, maybe it's not like the main the main subject to during my professional time, the English writing skill, but definitely give me big advantage, especially when I would like to make some kind of proposal. And also I would like to when I want to explain myself to my colleague, overseas colleague, about what we have to do, basically in the in business strategy and everything. So yeah, I can relate the advantage of having English writing skills in my professional work, especially in real estate profession, yeah, something like that. And for the other soft skills, yeah, like I mentioned before, speaking ability in English is very important right now, especially today's world, yeah, when everything is connected by online, so you can meet some other, a person not in just local, maybe overseas, and then you have the chance to communicate with them. So definitely the English speaking soft skill will help you a lot. Maybe like that, Pak Yerli.
Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, okay. So some of the beginning talk by Kak Benny. I would like to open, discussion. Anybody would like to maybe directly ask questions or would like to discuss with Kak Benny? Please. Yeah, Dini. Yeah, I think Dini raised your hand, right, Dini? So you can unmute yourself. So her name is Dini. Maybe you can identify yourself, Dini.
Okay, so my name is Dina Malina. I'm a triple helix student in Business English 19.
Yeah.
I would like to ask, do you have any tips in speaking? So we are speaking fluently. We have bravery to speak, even though we are not really good in grammar. Thank you.
Thank you, Dini. Yeah.
Thank you, Dini. So basically, what I was trying to do is like, I don't know what you are doing right now, but actually during my college time, we actively speaking English every time when we're in college. And like I mentioned before, that I have opportunity to attend a lot of English debate during my college time. So like in 2007 and 2008, we're actively follow the English debate competition and everything. Actually, Pak Yerli arranged us to have that kind of competition. So more or less, that kind of competition give us like confidence, give us like an opportunity to shape the English communication skills. Not only the speaking ability, but also how we communicate well with others. With others competitors, and then how we summarize things, and then how we relate some facts to use that kind of facts as a debate, what you call it, like debate basic to talk to speak with the others, debaters, something like that, shape our ability to communicate our English well. Yeah, I don't know whether Pak Yerli have it right now or not, but it really gives us.
Yeah, Dini, you can share, right? You are one of the debate candidates, right? Yeah. So actually, we still have a debate community, Benny.
Okay.
I'm sure that debate is one of the ways to boost or to accelerate someone's speaking skills. And therefore, sometimes we also prepare a competition. And just a couple months ago, I send students to University, State University of Malang, if I'm mistaken. Yeah,
Yeah,
some student. Sorry, Muhammadiyah University. I'm sure you still remember because you went
yeah.
there too, right? So I
I
have to
went.
tell you. Yeah. Ben, maybe Ben, you can say something. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. So Dini is one of the candidates. What is it? In preparation time, during the preparation process before sending some students to debate competition, actually, Benny.
okay,
So
okay.
Dini is one of the active students who participate in this kind of activity, actually.
Yeah. I think that's great. To have that kind of opportunity for you, Dini, because it will give you a big advantage. Not only about the English speaking ability, but also English summarizing ability as well. Because what you are going to have is like you need to be critical thinking every time. I mean, when you have the facts, because the facts is not writing in bahasa, but the facts should be reading in English, and that's how you not only sharpen your ability to summarize, but also sharpen your ability to speak English fast, something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Dini. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Kak Benny, I forgot one thing. So,
Yeah.
more specifically in the writing skills itself, you also mentioned about making proposals and or also making correspondence with your overseas colleague. Um, Actually, is there anything that should be aware of in relation with facts and opinion? So let's say when we talk about drafting a proposal, do we have to to get the knowledge the difference between facts and opinions so that we won't be very carelessly in drafting a proposal? So the facts about a particular phenomenon and also how we put our opinions in drafting the proposal itself or the correspondence. Is that something that we should be aware of or something that we need to put in our competence in writing skills competence, Penny?
Yeah, definitely, sir. Because okay, so my profession is like based on what happened recently in our, especially in our community. Yeah, I'm saying like in Surabaya community. So because we're trying to solve real estate. So let's say today's problem, the pandemic, Corona pandemic, it's something that we cannot ignore, especially in selling real estate. So that's why we have contract left with our overseas developer, especially in Singapore, to selling some of them, some of their projects. But basically, we also like to open what happened in Surabaya, because what happened in Surabaya is much more is quite different in what happened in Singapore. That's why we cannot give them insight as the same as what happened in Singapore. We need to be precisely giving them insight about what happened in Surabaya. Let's say that some of the proposal that I used to do before the pandemic, we usually having some example. Yeah, maybe we like to having exhibition in malls in Surabaya. Let's say in Galaxy Mall, and then let's say in Papua Mall, something that we would like to do before the pandemic. But during this is Corona pandemic, we cannot have that because the limitation, the limitation like new normal and everything. So that's why we give that kind of insight. That fact. We communicate that with our overseas, with our Singapore colleague, and then they give us like insight as well that okay, because of this what happened in Surabaya, maybe you can do like this and this, some counterfeit about what we need to do during this pandemic, during this Corona pandemic as well.
Yeah. Okay. So at least that is one of the applications in understanding or applying the facts and opinions in writing skills. Yeah. So actually, which one is much stronger in your working areas, Benny? The facts or the opinions? I mean,
The,
the facts.
Certainly the facts. Yeah.
Okay. And when is
Because,
the yeah? Okay, Benny.
what is it? Sir? Your question would be,
When is the opinion is used in order to support your what is it your business here, because we have facts and opinions, right? Sometimes in writing a paragraph we have facts and opinion, and facts sometimes also supported by opinions, especially when we're talking about when you're selling a property, a big property such as apartment and everything. So when was the fact needed and when was the opinion needed in your context, Ben?
okay. So basically, when we're selling the real estate in common, yeah, we have like steps, what we call it as SOP, standard operation procedure. So we base our SOP is usually by facts, like what happened during the Corona pandemic, and then what happened. I'm not going to talk about the Corona pandemic because it's quite new, yeah. Let's during the normal time, when we have a project, we have some kind of SOP that we need to run. Let's say like checking the developer, background, and then something like that. And the what you call it, certification, and then the permits and everything. We need to check those kind of things before we accept the proposal of selling one of the developer projects. So we call it that's as a fact because that's something you cannot change actually.
Right.
So we run down the proposal, the business proposal. We base our proposal based on that kind of facts about when the developer will hand over the units, when. So we give out our strategy based on how long the duration time, and then when the developer will finish their permit, if they are not finish it right now, and then how about the price range, those kind of aspect. But if you ask about the opinion, usually is something that we cannot anticipate, sir.
Yeah.
So we have SOP that we have to run. So when we do the SOP, we base our SOP is based on the facts that usually developer already have it, right?
Yeah.
And then when we run the SOP, and then something is not quite fit in our plan, so that's when we will give them some kind of our opinion based on our experience, of course. Yeah, so it's like open discussion when kind of opinion, right? Let's say one of the problem that I have, I can give you example that relate based on this fact and opinion. It's like one time I have like real estate exhibition in one mall for a whole week, right? And then the third and then the 4 days, the exhibition is not going well because of the malls itself. It's not fulfilling our expectation. So that's why developer would like our input. What happened? Because what happened because on daily report it's not fulfilling our our goals. So that's why we give our opinion. Okay, maybe what you need to do is like you can boost up the advertising budget. Maybe you can, because it's already happened in Wednesday. So on Saturday or Sunday we can have like newspaper. That's opinion, because our advertising option is quite large, not only newspaper, but also digital. Maybe we can have like, a brochure and everything, but we give the, advice to the developer to have the newspaper, because the consideration is like based on our experience. If you would like to have the exhibition in malls, we need to target it in very segmented market, and usually the segmented market, those who are willing to read newspaper based on daily life, and usually the demography is like in certain age, above 40 or something, still reading the newspaper, and those people usually those who will come to malls to look for property after they read the newspaper. If we give the developer opinions, okay, what you should do is boosting your budget in digital, let's say medsos, advertising and everything. It will only target segmented market 30 years of age below, so like 20, 30, and it's not going to be effective. Yeah, so that's why our opinion is we having our opinion when our strategy not working really well. So the opinion itself, it's something random based on our experience. So those who has experience should be giving the best solution as well.
Right, Benny. So basically, sometimes when we are telling society, when we are telling people, we are telling everybody, let's say in a room, that cafe contains a particular substance that can boost, that can open up your mind. For instance, if it is consumed in the very early of morning. And then that's a fact actually. There is a substance that can open up or that can boost your brain activity early in the morning. But then sometimes people, oh no, I don't believe it, I don't buy it. So is there any strategy that, for example, when you are dealing with customers and then the company makes some kind of flyer or brochure that not only putting the facts that the products are here, but also you insert the customer's opinion that can support itself toward your maximum selling, for example. Do you do that as a strategy? So you put the writing of opinions of your customers in order to make sure to give assurance, 100% assurance that the product itself is really, really good and can be for everybody. Yeah. What do you think, Ben?
Definitely, sir. Definitely, because that's actually one of the strategy to boost selling. Usually, it's related to the developer background.
I see.
How we validate the developer background actually, because the legitimation of developer is everything. In one of the keys, one of the key purpose that we need to try to bring up to the to the market actually. Developer without clear background cannot convince the market to buy. So that's why customer satisfaction and what you call it as customer opinion is very useful for us if we can attract them to give the opinion. We usually put it in our blog, in our website.
Oh, blog or website, yeah.
Our website, and sometimes since it depends if we were targeting the young market, what I call it as young market is millennials market, 30 years old below. We put it in our in the developer media social.
Okay.
Like that. Depends. It depends.
Okay.
But it's relevant actually. What you call it as we put it customer opinion in the developer background, we can do that. Yeah.
Yeah, so it means that, for example, I become your staff, marketing staff. When, for example,
Yeah.
I am your your marketing staff. So, in order to help the company to boost, the maximum selling for it, for example, so I have to know the facts about my products, as well
Yeah.
as, I have to get the customer opinions about our products, and then as I am the graduate of business English study program, then I have to pour it into a writing. Let's say I'm going to put it on the blog or the website of the company, so that all this combination can make or can give 100 assurance toward the company.
Yeah.
Is that right, Ben?
Yeah, that's right. Actually, when what you call it, when you describe the customer opinion, I can sense it that the customer opinion usually support the developer facts.
Yeah.
Let's say customer opinion, they satisfy about the delivery time is on time. Let's say they are being promised that they can hand over the unit within 2 years, and it happened. So customer is happy about that, right?
Yeah.
They give opinion that okay, this developer is very good based on the delivery time. So that support the fact that the developer give their promise that they will deliver within 2 years. So when they give the opinion, it's definitely give the developer some kind of substance that can relate to the website, selling actually. So, yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Okay, I open another discussion. A question from you guys.
Me, sir.
Who is it? Sorry,
Chanika.
Chanika. Okay, Chanika. All right, Chanika, please, Chanika.
Okay, Mr. Benny, I want to ask. My name is Chanika.
Hello.
Hello. Come back when you're in college. Do you have bad experience when learning to write or speak English? And how Mr. Benny passed it? Maybe when you become like not excited anymore or something else.
Not excited about the writing subject.
Yeah, like that. Learning.
So this is a typical student when I think during the study, I do believe that we have up and down, Chanika.
Yeah, up and down,
Up
yeah.
and down as a student band. So I just feel you, Chanika. I feel you. So as a student, up and down, sometimes motivated, sometimes dismotivated because of many factors. It can be family, it can be, because of this corona pandemic, or because of boyfriend or girlfriend, and it can give ups and downs. So maybe you can give comment, Ben, in order to come back to the right track, probably, Benny.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chanika. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Remember, thank you, Chanika. By the way, as far as I remember, of course, I have my ups and downs during the college time, especially that time. Yeah, basically the technology is very different from today. In 2006 until 2009, we don't have like. That's the time when we have even BlackBerry. It's not. It's not quite popular. It's not yet popular those days, So basically, how we communicate, and then it's not quite like today. So that's why, sometimes during my ups and downs, actually I'm quite grateful that during my college time I have friends, quite close friends. So it helps actually during the downtime, because when we get bored, we usually having fun time together and everything like that. But if it related to the subjects, of course I have my favorite subject, and I have subjects that I least what is it? Fun about it and everything lah. But usually, if I have, you know, I mentioned previously that I really fun the English debate activity. So yeah, during my college time, that's something that I'm looking forward to. Because in that years, Pak Yearly actively, having that kind of activity for us, not only in Surabaya but also in out of town. So that's why during my college time, me and my friends, we usually having the activity of training together about we sharpen our English debate skills, and then we sometimes having time about collecting the facts about the everything about the English debate. Yeah, but I think your question is regarding the subjects. Of course, I think all of us have our favorite subjects and not favorite subjects. I think it's quite normal, but to overcome it, I think you should have like close friends to talk about.
So Chanika, you need to hang out with close friends. Do you have close friends?
Yeah, I have, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Benny, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Chanika.
May I ask for words of wisdom for us, as if to encourage us again? Can you?
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Chanika.
Yeah.
Any other students? Come on. Once again, Benny, I have to tell you, one batch has different characteristics.
Okay.
One to another batch has different characteristic, has different profile. Now, in this batch, probably in your batch, the mood or the spirit of debating is so strong. But for this, batch probably is not that strong, but they keep up with, their speaking. What I like from this batch is they are motivated in developing themselves, in speaking, in writing. Once again, we're going to the professional world so that we can have that competence. Yeah. Some of them also join the. So I have to tell you guys that Benny is one of the product of the debating activities. Yeah, debater, one of the debaters, and just because of this, one of the factors, he is now, with his ability to assure people, to convince people, with his communication skills, he is now he's got the position. Yeah. So I think you are also the owner, director utama, executive president. That you can name that positions. Yeah. Okay. The others, please. I have a special person here, special alumni. Yes. Raise your hand. Oh.
I wanna ask.
Okay. Right.
So,
your name?
Yeah.
Your name? Your hobby?
Okay. So hello, Mr. Benny.
Hello.
My name is Muhammad Akbar Manan.
Hello, Pak.
So, I was just wondering, like, how do you start your career? Because I know this major will not give. This major only diploma. So I just want to know, like, was that hard for you to start your career? And also, I have another question. I have a very bad nervousness. Sometimes I nervous when talk with other people that I never met before. So I just want to know, like, how do you manage your nervousness when you talk with foreigner or someone that you never met before? Like, can you give me some tips or tricks?
Okay, about the nervous first, yeah. So I used to be the nervous kid as well. So I can relate to you actually. During my high school time, I cannot talk in public. Even like you said to me about the talking to the other personal, I cannot do that, especially to those who I don't know. I'm quiet, what you call it as introvert. That's who I am. That's who I used to be actually. But it's kind of changed. Like I told you before, that kind of activity that will push you to talk in public, and if you and if you have like courage to willingly to try to talk more and more and more, will help you. Naturally, will help you. I believe that it will help you because nervous itself for me when during my college time, like basically I can relate this to the English debate again. So when I compete to that kind of activity, right, I need to speak in front of tens of people, and it's not easy because before the competition you can relate all the things in your head. You can relate the facts in your head. You can make kind of flow talking, but in front of the people, sometimes the nervousness will attack you and it will make you forget everything. But if you have the courage to, to try again and again, not having fear, make mistakes and everything, naturally it will help you to boost your confidence to talk more. Yeah. So maybe to overcome your problem in nervousness, you have to follow those kind of activities, being active, something like that. It helps a lot, because maybe you can ask Pak Yerli during the first, second, and the third time we debate. It's completely disaster, because we're talk jumping all over the place, and then we cannot talk. Sometimes our English is bad. We forgot everything, something like that. But
It's a process.
The process help us. Definitely. You have to you have to encourage the process. You need to follow every process, and then you need to evaluate what's wrong. Communication skills, and then one of the things is like one of the skill that I learned. It's quite simple, yeah. When you talk in public, don't look in other people's eyes. It will make you nervous. Look at their forehead. That the main that's the simple technique that I learned during the debate. When you speak in public, you tend to look at their eyes, right? Because it's natural. Because it's natural things to do. You look at their eyes. It will definitely make you nervous. When you speak in public, don't look at their eyes, but look at their forehead. To those who look at you, the public who look at you, it looks like you look at their eyes, but actually it's not. You look at their forehead, and it will definitely help you speaking in public. It will help you to reduce your anxiety. It definitely help you to reduce your nervousness that you that you mentioned before. That one of the technique, other than other techniques that I learned in the English debate activity to overcome my nervousness, something like that. And then your first question, how I start my career here.
As the diploma graduate, Benny.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Graduate.
As diploma graduate.
Oh, as diploma graduate. Okay.
Is it okay as a diploma graduate for career? Now you can share, Benny.
Okay, so I have two examples for you, yeah. From my opinion and from my experience, and from my one of my friend experience, who is my my friend as well during my college time. His name is Andy. We both have different career path. So if you ask me, I will ask you that I'm an entrepreneur. I make my own business because my mindset is like I don't like to work to other people. I would like to have my what you call it, yeah, freedom of time, and then the freedom of my what is it, income target and everything. So that's why my mindset is like entrepreneur. That's why when I graduated in 2009, I started a job in developer in one of the Surabaya developer, and then I tried to to learn as much as possible within 3 years. So I worked from 2009 to 2012 in hoping to gain experience, database, and also knowledge to work as freelance in real estate agent. And that helps me a lot because my mindset during that time, I know that I want some certain income. But if you call it as, is it related to my diploma? I would say not really, because I'm not trying to work to other people, to other company, That's why that's why I call it as entrepreneur, because I would like to make my own business. But I can relate it, the diploma thing with my friend. His name is Andy. He's one of my my generation during the my college. Yeah, my study, correct. So Andy is quite different career path to me. Andy is more like a company man. He started his career in Shangri-La actually. If I may recall, after he graduated in 2009, he started his job in Shangri-La as one of the, if I'm not mistaken, public relation, if I'm not mistaken. And then he trying to change his job to the Cathay Pacific. Cathay Pacific Surabaya is one of the world-known airlines in the world, right? He get accepted, even though he only I'm not trying to downsize this, but he only have the diploma. He only have the diploma. It's not like you call it as the S1, no. His diploma, but he get accepted in Cathay, and then now he actually one of the top manager in KLM France airline in Jakarta. Still, he only have his diploma. So when I asked him, how can you be the top manager KLM France Airlines in Jakarta? He said that actually the diploma is one of the thing. The other thing is like how you convince your boss with your skills in everything, in every opportunity that you have. So actually, it gets back to you, your skills and how you okay. So maybe I can summarize this here. In Ireland's in Ireland's job, it usually all the things about the calculation. So Andy is quite good in it, and he knows that he good in calculation. That's why, based on that advantage, and also he's my teammate. He was my teammate in the English debate actually. That's why his English speaking is very good, and then his calculation skills is very good. Yeah, that's why he take advantage from that skills and he make that the best out of it. So that's why the diploma is not quite relevant anymore, because his competitor, when he would like to have that KLM France job, a lot of them is S1 graduated, S2 graduated, but still he still got the job because his experience, his skills help him the most, rather than thinking about, okay, I only have the diploma, how I compete with the S1 graduation and everything,
Yeah. So Akbar, as Kak Benny explains that your diploma wouldn't be so It's not really big issue when it comes to the how you perform your competence, how you can, convince other people in order to accept you, okay, and then what is it gives you a position, yeah. So your ability, your competence, yeah, and then your persuasive skills. Of course, when we talk about persuasive skills, not only in speaking but also in writing, and also not to mention this confidence. Those who became debaters in his time, yeah, during his time, they try to build confidence.
Yeah.
For example, Akbar, yeah. So actually, you've got the competence, you've got the capacity, you've got everything. But just because you're not confident, your capacity will not be revealed, will not be seen, yeah. But the others, for example, that has more confidence, yeah, bigger confidence than you, can step up and chin up, and then they can, show himself or themselves. So this is a matter of strategy as well, yeah, Benny, is that correct? So yeah, maybe you can say something, Ben.
Yeah, that's actually correct, and I can relate it as you if you graduate and you become the fresh graduate, and then you try to to get a job. One of the thing that I can advise you is that don't look for the salary. That's the main thing. What you have to do as a fresh graduate is that you need to find what you really like to do. Correct? It doesn't matter whether you are going to be an entrepreneur or are you going to be a company man. It really doesn't matter as long as you know what you love to do and what you like to do. That's the main important thing, because salary as a fresh graduate is not the most important thing. What the most important thing is like how you can love your job and how you can make growth as a fresh graduate. Give your time, let's say 2 or 3 years to learn anything as a fresh graduate to enforce the first time working in a workplace, because after that it will help you a lot if you want to change your career. As a fresh graduate, I can advise you is that the first 2 and 3 years is the most important time, because during that time, if you let's say you come you work in one of workplace, and then you suddenly what you call it into this kid, a galau, right? You galau, and then you change. Okay, maybe I'm not suited in this workplace, and then blah 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 blah, and then you change. In every 6 months, you change your work, you change your your workplace and everything. Definitely, it will not. I can assure you that it will not help you to to get more and more experience, to get more and more knowledge, and especially as a company man and woman, you definitely will not get a good CV if you change your work, so sudden and everything, and so often. So
Yeah,
as a
hello.
fresh graduate,
Yeah, hello.
and what I can advise is that you need, before you graduate, you need to know what you like to do, and then make your way best of it to work in it. And salary, don't make it as your main concern. It's important, yes, but I don't think that fresh graduates should think about the salary. What you need to think is how you make progress for the 2 or 3 years. Something like that.
Yeah,
Pak
yeah.
Yeri?
Okay, so
Thank you so much, Mr. Benny.
don't think of salary at the very beginning, but you need to how you make progress. Yeah. So is there any other questions from the others? Dahayu, yeah, Dahayu.
sir.
Please.
Good morning, Mr. Benny.
Yeah, morning, Gayu.
My name is Dahayu, and I have 2 questions for you. And the first question is, as I told you before, you were an introvert person. And my question is, how, what is the hardest part when you have to speak, in front of audience or people? And my last question is, how you sharpen your public speaking skills during your college? Yeah, that's it. My question, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Benny?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So
Yeah.
basically, as introvert, I used to tend, I'm saying I tend to use, having what I call it as idealistic thought, because
Yeah.
I don't know, extrovert easily to open up with everyone else, right? That's what it has to be. But me as an introvert, when I was during my study, during my college time, it's like every time I get some facts, and then every time I get some thoughts to think about, I usually tend to idealize my opinion, right? It's not just about the the nervousness to talk in public. It's not just about the low confidence to talk in front of other people, but it also get in my head, because usually if I get some facts and I would like to talk to express my thoughts, it's usually I idealize my thoughts, so
Yes.
that's why during my study I quite grateful that I have the opportunity to to learn about the debate, because debate is not only about to counterfeit other people's opinion and everything, but it also build up your thoughts to be more logic,
Okay.
something like that. Because debate is all about to monitoring, and also to to manage the opinion, to manage the fact into become one logic opinion, and then you deliver to your competitor, to your debate competitor. And it helps a lot during my work days today, because in today's world, especially in professional world, you need to think fast, but in more logical way. You cannot just blabbering in talking. People will look at you, people will listen to you, people will listen every word that you say, and something that, as you call it, as guarantee, especially in my profession. Yeah. In my profession as real estate agent, I cannot miss one of the information, because if I miss one of the information, it will call it as a fraud. It will call it as, okay, you're not giving me the real the real explanation about this property and something like that. That's why having logical speak is a must. And if you ask me, what is the biggest introvert have? That's what I told. That's why I'm trying to explain to you that sometimes introvert tend to idealize their thoughts, because we as introvert, we're not talking to other people's that much. That's why we sometimes tend to not appreciate their opinion, right? You try to when you heard some others' opinion, usually we try to, okay, this opinion is like compared to mine, blah 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 blah, and then you usually try to win your own opinion, even though sometimes it's not logical. That's why you need to overcome is like you need to open up to the facts, to the opinions, and then you try to make one of the best logical based on the situation, recent situation and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
yeah. So try not to try not to idealize your thought that much. You need to you need to read the room lah. You need to read the room. So especially if you communicate with 5 people, you need to listen to every other 4 opinion, and then you try to take, okay, this person have this kind of opinion, what's best in his opinion, this person have this kind of opinion, what's best in his opinion, and then you compare to yours. If you think that your opinion is not best to that situation, it's okay for you to make some kind of decision like, okay, I'm not going with my opinion, I'm going to his opinion because I need to save this situation, something like that.
Okay.
Introvert, I tend to not to do that because I want to make them know that my opinion is the best because I already idealize my opinion, something like that.
Yeah. Okay, very
Thank you,
very
sir.
good. Yeah, very good
Thank you, sir.
question, Dahayu and Benny.
Yep. Thank you, sir.
For everybody, and also Kak Benny, I think some of the time mentioning about introvert, right? So now, this is how I link with our topic today. So introvert, sometimes one of the strategies of the introvert person is, as Kak Benny mentioned, that introvert person does not talk that much, okay? And one of the strategies for introvert persons in expressing ideas also through writings, right? Now, more specifically, facts and opinion, Benny.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes introvert persons in the context of professional world need to, self-present, need some kind of self-presentation. Now, when we talk about self-presentation and in the form of CV, now, what is your opinion about facts and opinion of someone that needs to be poured out in a form of CV, self-presentation in the context of, for those who start with, start in their career path? Any suggestion, Benny?
The introvert.
Yeah.
The introvert, yeah, Pak.
Yeah, more specifically when they have to start with a career, when they have to start career applying the job, there should be some kind of CV, right? CV, application letter, and in
Right.
application letter, they need to self-present, right? So this is one of the good things of being introvert. Perhaps introvert person like writing more. Now, in dealing with facts and opinions, how would it be okay? Would it be possible? Or this is one of the strategies when self-presenting, showing facts and opinions in someone's CV, Benny, when starting a career. What do you think about that?
Yeah, okay. When starting the career as introvert, I usually in the first I mentioned before, I started my career as a company man as well. I started to apply my job. Yeah, right. Okay, what I'm trying to do is like before I usually take my part-time job. I used to work at the IV Ubaya, International Village Ubaya. I think it's the the place that if some study would like some high school student, we give them advice. We give them some of the way on how they can do that, something like that. So if you are the semester 2 students, right? So it's not too late if you would like to make your own your good CV by doing a part-time job right now, especially in Ubaya. I think there are a lot of as far as I know, IV is still there, International Village. With the foreigners. During my study, during my college time, I worked in CV in AMINEF actually. It's like American Indonesian exchange student foundation, something like that. So I'm dealing with some of the American ambassador I'm sorry, American education ambassador about how the student in Indonesia can get, their path to study in America, something like that. So if you are a semester student, it's not too late for you to have the part-time job, something like that, to boost your CV, so that the company that would like to hire you, they will see your CV. Okay, even though this student on our is fresh graduate, they can fulfill their experience in working, something like that. But if it is related to the facts and opinion, yeah, I think that if you have experience before, it's the fact, right? And the opinion is something that if you maybe in interview, something like that, yeah, you have to come up with a strong statement about yourself. You have to be confident, something that you need to do. You cannot enter the job world with something like, okay, I'm just study like this, and then I don't have any experience, this and this. It will not come up good from you, actually. So yeah, you need to present more confidence, and during this your college time, you have to, to improve yourself, both in writing, both in speaking and everything, because English is very important right now. I think it's important since decades ago, yeah, but today definitely is one of the main factor that company will look in your CV, whether you are able to speak and actively speak and writing in English or not, something like that. So
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Maybe one last question from the student, Benny. Would it be okay?
yeah, that will be okay, sir.
Okay. Questions from you guys? Yeah. Question from students from you? Yeah. No more? No more question?
No, sir.
Okay. Bambang would like to ask question?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I think we have a very good discussion, Benny, in relation with professional, okay, writing skills and also the soft skills, okay. Maybe one suggestion, one last suggestion from you, Benny, for your juniors right now.
Okay. Back in the day when I was semester 2, actually I have something like maybe I would like to remind you that there is the time when you have your tanda kutip galau time, because it's your first year in in college, and then sometimes you get confused about, is it the right path for me, is it the wrong path for me, something like that. It's quite normal, but what you have try to remind to yourself is that actually in reality, right, in the professional world, it's not quite in very massive field in professional world. The first main thing that quality that the company look for you is actually, it's not based on what your certification is, but it's based on your skills, actually. That's why I can relate this to myself, and I can relate this to my friend Andy, because I feel that we took the different path, but actually we can manage it. We can manage it without any issue about the diploma thing and everything, right? What you have to think about right now is that how you boost, how you make improvement to yourself, how you take advantage about you need to look very carefully about the activity that Ubaya have, and then try to be active. I don't know what you like. Maybe you take my advice to be more active in English debate. Maybe some of it, not really, eager to learn about how to be a debater. Maybe you like something else, something like that. But it doesn't matter actually. Don't be I call it as a good student. Only learn based on the intracurricular, right? Try to manage other things. I call it as extracurricular, right? Try to find the other activities. In the Ubaya, yeah. Try to find other activities that can boost your other skills, right? In FPL, as far as I remember, I was learn about the English language in terms of writing, speaking, and then other subjects like export, import. I don't know whether you still have it or not. Other things like basic accounting and everything. But apart of that, try to find another activity, and then you need something that it can focus on your CV as well, right? It's good for you to have the other activity that can boost your your CV. One of it maybe you can come up with the what you call it, organisasi mahasiswa, something like that, right? It can definitely help you a lot, because I know that those who active in organisasi mahasiswa or organisasi mahasiswa, something like that, they have a very good position right now in their company, because the company system as the person who can manage in managerial skills and everything, right? If you just come to the college just to sit and then you follow the study and then you come home not doing anything else, it will definitely not help you a lot, because outside your competitor is quite large. So that's why you need to push up your skills. You need to improve in other area as well. Maybe like that, Pak Yerli.
Yeah, okay. So thank you very much for your sharing, Benny.
Yeah.
There are a lot of important values that all the students can learn, everybody can learn, because you have experienced 3 years of study, and then now you become a professional. So thank you for the students who actively participating into this discussion. Yeah. Perhaps next time, Ben, we can contact Andy, so we can. You can. What is the partner up with Andy, so we can have a lively discussion with everybody here. What do you think?
Try to get Andy to talk about this,
because
can make some kind of advice or insight about company man. He's a good company, and he can make through from his diploma from very bottom to top of manager in a KLM France. KLM France. It's a Dutch and French Airlines company.
Oh yeah, right.
So being he's being from Indonesia to Dutch for his business meeting a lot, and I think that will attract these FBL students to him.
Sure, we're going to have Andy coming soon for everybody, ya. So ada yang galau di sini? Galau? Siapa yang galau? Angkat tangan. Ada sekarang ini, right now, teman-teman lagi galau nggak? Lagi galau dengan studinya, lagi galau. Siapa yang galau? Angkat tangan.
Mister, me.
Siapa? Bambang.
Mister.
Oke, galau. Iya. Oke.
Because I can assure you that I've met a lot of diploma graduate having a top position in companies, right? And I can relate a lot of the S1 graduation still not having a job. So that's why actually having your certification is one thing, but boosting and improving your skills is other thing. That's why I'm telling you that if you are fresh graduate and then you try to make your way in a company, don't think about salary that much. Salary is important, yes, but don't make that as a main factor, because if you make that as main factor, I think that you will be I think that you will get a lot of disappointment, because if you make your salary as a second factor and then you main focus is that you want to grow, you want to make some kind of improvement in your skills, in your budget, in your CV, that's good, because after 2 and 3 years, I believe that company who want you to work in their budget company will be a lot, something like that. So
Yeah. Thank you very much, Benny.
Yeah.
And also,
So you see already how important writing skills for those who would like to be part of property industry, and if you want to be joining and dealing with this industry, prepare yourself with good English competence. Okay?